Philly of the week is just 25 years old and was glad his family was in attendance for his major league debut. Cole Irvin took the mound on Mother's Day and made everyone proud. The 5th-round pick in 2016 fired for 7 solid innings, allowing just 5 hits and 1 earned run while striking out 5 Royals on 93 pitches. The lefty's debut was a success. His family was emotional. He was cool as a cucumber. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Live fearless. Got to tell you, it was so much fun to watch Cole Irvin yesterday. I know you felt the same way, Ben. I think we all felt that way. He was just outstanding, and it was great to watch not only Cole on the mound, but also watch his family and how they were living and dying with every pitch. It must have been an incredible feeling to watch him finish up those 7 innings yesterday. And he will get another start. Gabe Kapler told us that today. He said he has earned another start, and rightfully so. So he will start against the Rockies later on in this homestand. There is Gabe Kapler. He has brought the lineup cards out to exchange at home plate with Craig Counsell, the manager of the Milwaukee Brewers. The Phillies schedule ahead 36 straight games against non-division opponents. It's already included the 2 series out in Missouri where the Phillies are 4-2. And it has 4 games against the Brewers here, but don't forget the 3 games against Milwaukee, or 4 games against Milwaukee, I should say. 3 games against Milwaukee next week. It's a very daunting task for the Phillies coming up in the next several weeks.
Well, they've accepted that challenge early on with the 6 games against St. Louis and the Royals, and it's going to be tough. And some teams that can really swing the bats. Hopefully the Phillies starting pitching can continue to go at the rate that they have gone recently.
Brewers have pointed to these next 7 games against the Phillies too as of being a very big task for them as well. They did not play well in Chicago, but they feel like if they can play well against the Phillies, it'll show everybody else around baseball what they're worth, because they are a very good team. There's no question about that. They're 2 games out in the National League Central as we speak. They're 24-18. Well, we're waiting for Aaron Nola just to take the field after he has finished up his warm-up tosses. It looks like there's some stirring going on in the dugout. Also looks like there's a team meeting going on in the dugout. As we mentioned, it is a very cool night. It's a little extra crowded. Roman Quinn is here. Tommy Hunter is here, of course. David Robertson is on his way back from seeing Dr. James Andrews. We'll give you an update on that as tonight goes on. And there is the 25-year-old from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. He's ready to go.
My favorite part of the night. You run out there. Let's go, boys.
Did you ever trip on the way out?
Never.
No. But San Diego, they didn't have stairs.
No, they did.
Well, hopefully we are fine weather-wise. I think we are for the rest of tonight. We just got to endure the cool temperatures like everybody else around the Delaware Valley. Today's starting lineup for the Brewers is brought to you by Xfinity. It's the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Lorenzo Cain leads it off. He's in center field. And Christian Yelich, who has decent numbers against Aaron Nola. Mike Moustakas bats third. Yasmani Grandal cleanup. Eric Thames will be at first base. Travis Shaw third. And Arcia is at shortstop. Peralta bats eighth. And then Ben Gamel, who's had a nice run lately for the Brewers. They will face Aaron Nola. Nola is 3-0 on the year, an ERA of 4.57. His durability has gotten better, Ben, over the last several starts, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, without a doubt. We'll take a look at the numbers here for Aaron Nola. 4.57 in his 8 starts this season. Very good against the Brew Crew. 3-0 with a 2.37 in his career. Scouting report for Aaron will sit about 92, 93. We'll bump that up to 95, even 96. At times, a very good changeup and the curveball that has come a long way in the last couple starts.
His lifetime numbers against the Brewers, 3-0 with an earned run average of 2.5. 36 strikeouts in 30 in the third innings of work. Our Geico quote of the day, Aaron Nola on his last start. It was definitely the best I felt all year with all my pitches. I was throwing quality pitches, and as the game went on, I was getting ahead more. I was getting first pitch strikes, which is the key. And it was something that he was having trouble with early on this season. You know, he was about 10% off what his numbers were last year as far as first pitch strikes go, which was a significant number.
Yeah, because the last thing you want to do as a hitter is get in the hole against Aaron Nola, because he has 3 quality pitches. he can finish you off with, throw any pitch in any count. But when he's not getting ahead of guys, he can have some issues. Saw that early on in the season, especially with all the walks. This is very un-Aaron Nola-like.
All right, so here we go. Lorenzo Cain will lead things off. Cain hitting .246 on the year. He is 10 for his last 58, which is a 172 clip. The first pitch of the night, after a little bit of a delay, is upstairs, I guess. Well, that's not a good start, Ben. Lance Barrett is the home plate umpire. Pitch cast presented by P.J. Wheelahans, right at the top of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike, as that's fouled down the right field line.
We'll give Lance Barrett a reprieve on the first pitch.
Barrett behind the plate. Ramon de Jesus is at first. Mike Everett, the crew chief, at second. And Bill Welke around at third. You want to go with the old adage, it's not how you start, it's how you finish?
That's right. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. All the good ones.
1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball, that's a good one. 1-2. Cain was 3 for 15 in the series against the Cubs. Brewers should be used to this weather. It's what they faced last night in Chicago.
Saturday it was even worse. Rain and cold.
That is what they said. Inside with a fastball, 2-2. This is a Brewers team that's in the middle of a 10-game road trip. They're hitting .242 as a squad, which is 9th best in the National League. And a breaking ball, just got a piece of it. He had to be expecting the curveball there, I would think. That doesn't always help.
Let's see Aaron finish him off right here. Keep that pitch count down.
Last time Aaron pitched in St. Louis, it was probably the warmest of the days that we had, and he enjoyed that. Fouled over the screen. Since his earned run average was at 7.45, which was back on the 15th of April, Aaron is 2-0 in 4 starts with an ERA of 2.25. Certainly much better. And a fastball in the air to left center field. That is hit well, and it is off the top of the wall. McCutchen will track it down, and Cain, fortunately for the Phillies, is at second base. I don't know how that ball didn't go out.
I have no idea. But the Phillies will take it. I mean, it was loud. Pitch that's up in the zone, and Cain hammered it. The wind looks like it is blown in a little bit, but he thought he got it.
He thought he did. That's where he starts running. I think the Phillies outfielders thought it was going out too.
Yeah. And then he got about halfway up the wall.
Yelich has good numbers against Aaron Nola. 7 for 18, and good numbers against the Phillies overall. Yelich at .338 with 16 home runs and 37 runs batted in. He is the Brewers leader in hitting with runners in scoring position. Yeah, that's not a misprint. .464.
Yeah. .389 career against Aaron Nola.
On the outside corner, it's 0-1. All right, I guess that's the give back for the Kane one.
They made up.
Yelich had 2 hits in 12 plate appearances against the Cubs. Curveball, and it's 1 ball, 1 strike. Aaron here at Citizens Bank Park is 25-14 in 51 career starts. At 20-7 in his last 2 years here at the ballpark. As Nola takes a turn back towards second. Craig Counsell is the skipper of the Brewers, former Milwaukee Brewer player. Could he have been your college teammate if you had gone to Notre Dame? Is he a little older?
He's a little older than me.
Fastball hit to left field. McCutchen ranges toward the line, and that one is off the top of the wall. Kane will score. Yelich is at second. It's an RBI double. Well, the ball was doing some strange things. I thought that was going to be caught. And it's 1-0 Milwaukee.
Just got up and took off. Nothing Andrew McCutchen can do. This ball about 1.5 feet from getting on out of here.
Well, that's the 6th double of the year for Yelich.
The fastball down, and he just clips it. Watch how close that comes. Hit the fencing just in front of that flower bed.
Craig Counsell is asking if hitting that fence is a home run. I'm assuming. He's asking for a crew chief review.
Let me just go over this.
I mean, it's okay that they look at it because they want to be safe, but this is not out of the ballpark. I mean, it hit the top of the fence.
Well, at least it won't take long.
See another look. This is the definitive shot. Scared one, invited another. Mike Everett is to the left. He is the crew chief, so he'll signal. It really shouldn't take this long. I mean,
no, it shouldn't.
They should have had that answer before they put the headphones on.
I'm with you.
So it's a double for Yelich. Yeah, that'll bring Mike Moustakas to the plate. Moustakas is 0 for his last 13. And 1 for 15 of the Cubs series. Signed very late by the Brewers to play second base. He is a really good third baseman. He's already hit 9 home runs.
I would say that the Brewers are a lot like the Royals. Obviously, they have a little bit more thump than the Royals, but the top 5 guys in their lineup you really have to be careful of, especially when Ryan Braun's in there. And the bottom part starts to even out a little bit more.
Change up outside, 2-0.
There is the Philly killer.
Yeah, left hamstring soreness. I think he should be back in tomorrow.
He did pinch hit last night.
Outside again, 3-0. Yasmani Grandal is on deck. So he's really working Moustakas away, trying to get him to be, I guess, out front of those pitches. Wouldn't mind seeing him come off the hip a little bit.
You think in the first inning, Moustakas not only up there just to move Yelich to third base with less than 2 outs. He's up there to drive him in.
Yeah. Foul ball, and it's 3-2.
There you go, partner.
Barrett already at 15 pitches with nobody out here in the first.
He's very deliberate tonight. Last thing you want to do is cold, damp night. Go out there, give up a couple runs, have your offense come in after a long wait out in the field. You get 3 quick ones to get the boys back in the dugout.
Popped foul, and it remains 3-2.
Freddie Peralta's still out in the bullpen.
He's trying to figure out how to get through first innings without allowing anything. First inning's been his big problem.
27 ERA. A 27.
Yeah, 15 earned runs. 3-2 to Moustakas here in the top of the first inning. That's a good pitch. I don't know if Cesar sees it right away. He does. He's under it, and he makes the catch. 1 out. And Yasmani Grandal is coming up.
Change up. They gotten away with one there. It was the speed of the pitch that got Moustakas there.
Yeah.
Not the location.
So this is where the Brewers sit offensively. 9th in batting average, 8th in runs per game. But they will give up runs. Grandal takes a strike. It's 0-1. That was a curveball. Three for 7 with 2 home runs against Nola during his career. Very productive last year for the Dodgers until the postseason. He had only 4 hits in the postseason, and by the end wasn't really playing a whole lot. Saw the writing on the wall that they were not interested in re-signing him.
The Brewers are happy to get him 1 year for $18 million.
Inside. Curveball, good pitch, 2-2. He just asked if that was on the corner. Curveball pulled toward first. A fair ball down the right field line. It's going to mean another run. It's going to go to the corner, and Grandal will stumble to second base. It gets away from Harper, so now it'll go to third base, and he'll get there. And it's 2-0 Brewers.
Looking at 3 doubles already here in the top of the first inning. The Brewers are seeing Aaron Nola really well right now. Grandal just sneaks this right inside the first base bag.
It's the right call.
Yeah. Just gets down in this corner and they're going to give that a triple. Just sneaking under the glove of Bryce Harper. So 2 doubles and a triple.
Well, still 1 out, a runner at third, and here's Thames. Swing and a miss and a changeup, and it's 0-1. Trying to keep this at 2 runs. I mean, it's hard with 1 out and a runner at third. Thames last 2 years, has hit 47 home runs.
Right at the bottom. Seems to have most command of that breaking ball tonight. More so than his other 2 pitches. Dave Kapler looking on. Pitch number 26 coming up.
One ball and 2 strikes to Thames. Hit foul, and it remains 1-2. Phillies play the infield not all the way in. You've got a very slow runner at third. Throwing a lot of changeups.
He doesn't trust his fastball.
Yeah, and a lot of pitches away. Away.
I'd like to see Aaron go out of the windup right here. I know Grandal on third base, he mentioned his speed, not a whole lot of it there. Aaron just always seems to be more comfortable out of the windup as opposed to the stretch.
Got it with a changeup. And 2 outs. And Travis Shaw is coming up.
Good pitch there. Good arm speed. See that ball fading away from Thames.
Why do you think so many changeups, Ben?
It's like he just doesn't trust his fastball right now.
Just the command of the fastball?
The command of the fastball and getting it to go where he wants it to go. Now, that's something he was so good at in his last start against the Cardinals.
Yeah, and obviously all of last year. We were spoiled last year.
We were.
Travis Shaw takes just a bit in. He just missed with that. It's 1-0. That ball had some wicked movement.
Sure did. Thing is, if you're the Brewers, I think you almost have to be sitting on something off speed. If you're ahead of the count, if you're a hitter, 1-0, 2-1, I think you got to be sitting on something soft. It seemed to be the pattern here in the first inning.
1 ball, 1 strike.
See the velocities there at 94.
Yeah. 2 outs with runners in scoring position. The Brewers, who are hitting 273 overall. with runners in scoring position there. 284. Two balls, one strike. Breaking ball, 3-1.
Again, 2-1, breaking ball. And he took that pitch like he was sitting on it.
Ground ball, foul. That was a changeup. Phillies have bullpen action. It's partly because this pitch count is up to 33. Austin Davis is starting to warm up. Just activated today for Ramos, who went on the injured list. Three balls, two strikes, two outs. And ball 4. Chris Young heading out with Arcia coming up.
He's more so to give Aaron a breather and also say, hey, you got the pitcher up on deck.
Thirty-four pitches.
You just never expect this from Aaron Nola.
No. Arcia on the year hitting .248 with 4 home runs and 13 runs batted in. You got Grandal over third, Shaw at first. And it's 1 ball and no strikes at the bottom of the zone with the curve. Backed off that curveball, and it's 1-1.
JT letting the middle infielders know if they're going to throw through or just eat it.
I would say throw through.
Absolutely.
There's Austin continue to warm up. We're at the point where, Gabe Kapler has talked about when a pitcher throws this many pitches in the first inning, what is the right move to make? We talked about the fact that I guess it depends on the pitcher more than anything else. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You wonder how much the delay and the ceremony before the field really affected Aaron Nola if he had his routine down exactly like he is accustomed to. Very deliberate coming back from that bullpen.
1-2 pitch. Ground ball out to second base. Cesar is up with it, and the inning is over. Nearly 25 minutes in length, and the Brewers scored 2 runs with 3 doubles, or excuse me, 3 extra base hits, 2 doubles and a triple. We move to the bottom of the first. It's the Brewers 2 with the Phillies coming up. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, the top of the Phillies order getting themselves ready to face Freddie Peralta. Let's take a look at the Phillies lineup, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Andrew McCutchen does lead it off, then Gene Segura. Bryce Harper bats third, Rhys Hoskins cleanup. JT Realmuto, the catcher, hits 5th, then Cesar 6th. At the bottom third of Herrera, Franco, and Nola. And they'll face right-hander Freddie Peralta, 2-1 with a 6.75 ERA. He's allowed 15 runs in the first inning of games, which is tops in the National League. And the opposition's hitting .464 against him in the first inning.
It's unbelievable. The first time through seeing Freddie Peralta, they're hitting .395. He'll sit about 92, change curve. If his curveball is good, he could give the opposition some fits, but he's a guy that throws a lot of fastballs, upwards of 80% of the time, and he's very effective when he's at the top of the zone. When he starts pitching down, believe it or not, that's when he starts to get hurt. His fastball will have a little cut to it.
McCutchen takes a strike. That one's hit sharply into right center field. A base hit for McCutchen.
That's how you start it off.
See if the Phillies can get a couple runs back here to tie this baby up.
Straight away second base. Nobody's home. Love it.
Segura 306 with 2 home runs. And he takes outside, 1 ball, no strikes. Shutdown innings toward the bottom at 33%. Curveball up and in, 2-0.
He's hit to right, little first and third action.
They also give Segura a lot of the gap in left center field. And he shoots it the other way. There is that base hit.
He hit it too hard.
Yelich has a strong arm, but there are 2 on with nobody out here in the first. And Bryce Harper is coming up.
Get yourself into a good count. You know what you're going to get.
Harper 229 with 7 home runs and 25 runs batted in. He has 4 home runs this year here at the ballpark. 4 of his 7. Check swing, foul ball. Fouled away, and it's 0-2. Last year, right-handers hit just 110 against Peralta. Lefties, though, had much better success. This year, right-handers are hitting 288 with a slugging percentage of 530. And lefties are having good numbers against him, too. Part of that is the first inning and the struggles he has in the first inning. Runners lead off. The count 0-2 to Harper.
amazing what a hitter in the box can get your adrenaline to do. Talk about Peralta, average fastball 92. The last couple here to Bryce at 95. So one fastball to Segura at 89.
Breaking ball, and it swung on and missed. 52nd strikeout this year for Harper. And it comes on the breaking ball. It'll bring Rhys Hoskins up. Let's check in with Greg Murphy.
All right, thank you very much, John. Well, Ben, you were talking about the scouting report on Peralta. He uses that breaking ball, that curveball, as a weapon, especially against right-handed batters. In fact, we'll see that a lot tonight. And if you look at the numbers since 2018, that has been one of the best weapons in baseball against right-handers. The list is very interesting because it includes a couple of Brewers, but it also includes a Philly right on top. Jared Eichhoff since 2018 using that curveball against right-handed batters. 063 opponents hitting that curveball, but they usually Peralta fifth on that list at 114. Opponents batting 114 against that curveball since 2018. You'll see him use it as a weapon, mostly against the right-handers tonight, and it is a good one.
Throws it to Rhys Hoskins, and it's 0-1. We'll see Eichhoff tomorrow in his curveball. See Rhys's numbers the last 21 games. That was a hanger.
Probably one Rhys would like to have back. Just frozen. Just could not commit to it.
Oh, 2. Not a bad combination, though. He throws 95, and he has that curveball at 77, 78 miles an hour. Now one gets away from Grandal. The runners will advance. They'll put runners on second and third. And the count 2-2 to Hoskins.
Well, there's a perfect example of why Grandal did not catch a whole lot in the playoffs last season. Not able to keep balls in front of him and just not able to really see how late he gets down. You know a curveball is coming. It's like he just doesn't anticipate it to be down here. He doesn't know which way to turn his mitt. The ball eats him up. Phillies are second and third. A lot of pitches last year. He was just boxing for pass balls.
See if Rhys could add to his 35 RBIs on the year.
As bad as that top of the first inning went, we're a base hit away here from tying it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Somewhere somebody's laying the Kentucky Derby over the over this inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hoskins. Had a fastball popped up on the infield. On the left side, Arcia is there, the shortstop. Yeah, there are 2 outs. And JT Realmuto is coming up. Realmuto with 24 RBIs. JT had 3 hits against the Royals. On the outside corner, 0-1. Yeah, he's been good with runners in scoring position.
That bullet he hit to right field yesterday with the bases loaded, that was a thing of beauty. First pitch swinging, fastball away off a lefty.
Outside. Hope his hand's okay. He got the baseball. Did a nice job knocking it down. Runners lead off. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Realmuto. Fouls it back toward the sweet level. Ben, I believe we're going to see the bullpen at some point tonight for both of these teams. This will be the 58th pitch combined in the first inning.
Kyle Hendricks had an 82 pitch complete game earlier in the year.
Yes.
And this is pitch number 58.
58. Well, it's 2 different pitchers, but yeah.
Well, yeah. Hard to believe.
Boy, Segura has a huge lead off second base.
Definitely an opportune time to step off, though. Collect your thoughts. Did you sense the sarcasm there? I was laying on pretty thick, partner.
I did sense it. One ball and 2 strikes. Outside 2-2.
Attack JT with all fastballs.
Yeah, no breaking balls at all.
No.
There you go. Got it with a curveball. He celebrates a 21 pitch bottom of the first inning. He's celebrating because we mentioned he's given up 15 runs in first innings this year. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left. We're on to the second of of the spring. It's against the Brewers. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. Certainly hasn't felt like spring the last couple of days here in the Delaware Valley. Temperatures are supposed to get better, though, as the week goes on. And as we go to the second, Aaron Nola goes to work against Freddie Peralta. Ben Gamel, and then the top of the order. After a career-high 38-pitch first inning for Aaron Nola. And he delivers the first one low, 1-0. His previous high in a first inning was 34. One ball, one strike. One and two. Easy to say, but Aaron needs a fast second inning. Of the 38 pitches that Aaron threw in the first, 8 were changeups. Threw a dozen curveballs. Three and two. That's Ben Gamel on deck. Broken bat, one hopper to Hoskins. 3-1 on the putout. Gamble hitting .289 on the year with a home run and 9 runs batted in. Getting a chance to play left field as Ryan Braun has the night off. Gamble, though, .356 in his last 15 ball games. So that certainly has helped his overall average. And a fastball.
There you go.
And a little extra kick on it.
Get ahead, stay ahead. Good finish on that fastball right there.
Comes back with a changeup. Brewers as a team have played everybody in their division except for the Pirates. Sounds kind of strange. But they've played 10 games against the Cardinals. Won't face the Cardinals again until August. But they have not faced the Pirates yet. And a strike three calls. 2 outs here in the second.
Gamble not liking that call. It's a pretty good pitch here.
Pitch gas presented by P.J. Willahans.
Watch the run on that pitch. That is some paint.
And here is Lorenzo Cain, who doubled his first time up. Brewers are 3-3 against the Cubs, 3-0 against the Reds, 5-5 against the Cardinals. They've kind of played the Cardinals the way the Phillies played the Braves last year.
Yeah, I never was a big fan of that. As from a player standpoint, facing a team all those times in a row, I don't know. It just seemed to be old hat, and you're just like, oh, you got to go with this guy again, especially if you're not having success.
Whereas Christian Yelich had a world of success against the Cardinals. In fact, I think over half of his home runs are against the Cardinals. As he waits on deck. One ball, one strike. Inside 2-1.
Nothing you're going to do with that one.
It's a good spot. Two-seamer. Did he back it up and throw it again?
I would hope so. Kane's not going to be able to do anything with it.
3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 outs here in the top of the second. Curveball looped out towards short, caught or over the glove, excuse me, of Segura. I was caught in between saying that Segura was caught. He got his spikes caught, it looked like, on the turf. And 2 hits now for Kane.
Ball just had some knuckling action to it. It started off right at Gene and just faded away to his left or right.
And he never got his leap under.
No. He thought he was there in position, then ball just takes off to his left.
There's Yelich, who doubled his last time up the opposite way. Kane has stolen 3 bases. The Brewers have 21 stolen bases this year. Been caught 6 times.
You just look at that OPS, you think it's got to be a misprint.
Second in the National League in OPS.
1209.
Yeah. He'd be shattering a lot of leaderboards if it weren't for Cody Bellinger. Out to left field and right at Andrew McCutchen. And the inning is over. A little better second inning for Aaron Nola. No runs, a hit, and 1 man left. We move to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Brewers. And receive a valuable offer from Food Stores, the official grocery store of the Phillies. Home half of the second. Phillies down 2-0. Phillies have these 4 games against the Brewers. And then the Rockies come to town. A little offense coming to town, Ben.
Whole lot of offense. Charlie Blackmon's hot, isn't he, for the Rockies?
Well, I think we're partly responsible for that. Cesar shows bunt, takes strike 1. Peralta made his major league debut last May against Colorado, and the Brewers thought, yeah, they had a pretty good pitcher. They got him from the Mariners in the Adam Lynn deal. They thought, oh, maybe we got something here. He had 13 strikeouts, a franchise record for a first start. I could see why he would have some success with a fastball at 95 and that curveball that Murph was talking about.
I don't know if you can really pick the ball well up off him, although the numbers in the first inning don't seem to dictate that. It's just a lot flying at you at release point.
Inside 3-1.
I wouldn't say he's got the mechanics I'd teach a young pitcher. Not a whole lot of balance at release point for Peralta. Really ending up on that first base side.
And there's a liner out to right field for Hernandez. It's cut off by Yelich. And Cesar has to put his brakes on. Yelich has a strong arm. A leadoff single. Why miss the game when you can stream it on the My Teams app? Take your Philly teams with you. Presented by your Philadelphia area local Chevy dealers. Ball kind of just died when it hit the grass.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was going to be a double out of the box for
I
Cesar.
did also. Cesar now with 30 singles this year, which is 8th most in the National League. And now Odubel, who was 2 for 4 yesterday with a couple RBIs.
Another throw over to first here.
Phillies have been locked on 7 stolen bases for a while. Odubel takes one well outside. 1-0.
Gabe was very encouraged with Odubel's couple of his at-bats in that series against the Royals. Looking for pitches, not looking for just a general area, but looking to be a little bit more selective. Pitches up in the zone, middle in. It's Cesar getting a 3-1 count. Hits a bullet to right field. Here's Odubel with a 2-0 count. So Phillies hitters getting themselves into good spots here. Hitting is never, ever easy, but it does make it a bit more advantageous for the hitter.
Outside, 3-0.
Isn't that amazing, Tom? You really think about it. It's something you do pretty much your whole life, right? You hit, you hit, you hit, and it's never, ever easy. Like, why do we keep doing it? You know what I mean? It's obviously at the lower levels for some players, it's a bit easier to have that advantage, but you get here and it's just like, it's never easy, ever.
A high fly ball to right field on a 3-0 count. Yelich says he has it, and he does. And what away here in the second. Not the perfect 3-0 swing.
I'm a bit surprised he had the green light there. Do you think he'd have the green light there?
Well, I think he did have the green light here. I didn't think he would. No, I thought he would take. Way inside, 1-0.
Missing. Way inside. Pretty good spot from Peralta there. He is a max effort guy, isn't he?
He is.
My goodness. You look at someone like Freddie Peralta, right, compared to Zach Eflin. I always talk about Zach Eflin, how free and easy he is. It's like he's sitting in a rocket. This guy's falling all over the place out there. High leg kick, falling off towards the first base side.
.5'11", listed at 175. Really concerned with Cesar over first. I guess it's like stances. Everybody's stance is different.
Why in the world would you want to throw like submarine? You know what I mean? It's like, why would you want to do that? But some people, that's their calling card.
Popped up foul behind home plate. That one's pulled, just foul.
Man, that was close. The ball girl made a beeline to get out of there, didn't she?
Didn't want to have any involvement in that.
Quick hands by Michael there, though. She said, I'm not taking a chance. Well, ever so close to being a double. She says, I'm gone.
Curveball spun back toward the middle, base hit. Cesar going to third, and he'll get there. First and third with one out. And Aaron Nola coming up.
Put it in play. Good things happen. Saw Alex Gordon do that yesterday off Sarah Anthony.
Absolutely.
Completely full, just flailed at it, hit a little number down the third base line. That's exactly what Michael does here. Gets completely full, keeps his hands back enough to squirt one up the middle. See, way out in front. Cue ball center pocket.
Aaron is 1 for 12. Phillies now with 4 hits. The Brewers with 4 hits. 3 of the 4 Brewers hits, though, extra base hits. Oh, man, over the head of Aaron Nola. Going to second base is Franco. Whew.
The world. Goodness. Could have been disastrous.
One ball, no strikes to Nola. 2 balls, no strikes. And now Grandal will use a trip out to the mound. Phillies fans, play ball is MLB's initiative to inspire all forms of baseball and softball participation, making play opportunities available and fun for everyone. To find a youth organization near you, go to playball.org. Play ball near you. 2-0 to Nola with runners on second and third.
I would like to see Cesar get off just a bit more with Shaw not really holding him on. Take as much as he's going to give you, because Grandal has been known, just a pass ball a couple pitches ago, to box a few back there, and blocking the pitch really not his forte.
That pitch was inside, but called a strike. Those are two pitches that were outside the box. Number 3 was at least on the line. Number 4 was not.
Oh boy. I think if you're Aaron right here, just sell out on a fastball. If he throws you a curveball on your way out front, so be it. But don't get beat by the fastball.
Two and two. Inside 3-2. Ground ball back towards shortstop. A run will come in. It'll be an RBI for Nola. It's a 2-1 game. It was dropped at first base. Here comes Franco. He'll score. We're tied up at 2. And I think Nola's safe at first.
How about it? The Brewers giveth, and the Phillies definitely will taketh. Excellent job by Aaron Nola, just putting the ball in play. Right, Cesar's going to score no matter what. Slow roller to shortstop, and Thames just boxes it.
He just dropped the ball.
You hit the ball, throw the ball, and you
You're supposed to catch it.
Catch the ball.
Well, give credit to Nola for putting the ball in play. Give credit to Franco for advancing. And that error for Thames is second. Look at the reaction from the bench. They were kind of that was kind of our reaction too.
Thames thinking, how did I just do that? How did that just happen? Now still second, Aaron. Stock is not shaded up the middle nearly as much as Andrew's first at bat. That's pretty much exactly where his single went.
Popped up foul, and it's 2-2. Yeah, it's interesting how they made that adjustment, or they've made the adjustment in game.
Yeah.
Nice play off the carom from the upper deck. Two and two to McCutchen. 3-2 to McCutchen.
He is really seeing that pitch well.
Ball got too close to the Fanatic, Ben.
Never gets old. Pitch number 105 coming up between both teams.
We're only in the bottom of the second. Three balls and 2 strikes to McCutchen. In the air to left field. Going back on it is Gamble. He's going to have room. But he makes the catch. That got just in a little bit. And 2 outs. Able to bring Segura up.
Man, you're right. Just a hair off the barrel here. A nice 2-run homer. Get Aaron off his feet. Get back in the dugout. Rest a little bit. What a good swing. Very frustrating. You're that close.
Well, both pitchers are very similar right now. Segura singled his first time up. He just can't find command of that curveball right now, which is his, as Murph said, it's his out pitch.
Obviously, his defense has let him down this inning, but he is really laboring out there.
Out toward left center field. Long run for Kane, who's an excellent defender and is able to get there. The other side is retired, but the Phillies do get 2 on 2 hits and an error. We'll head to the third, tied up at 2. $1 dog night, which means that with the student deal, you might be able to get 12 hot dogs. That's right. $20 ticket plus your first concession item is on us. Concession items include the Shake Shack burgers, Chickies and Pete's crab fries, Bull's Barbecue, Tony Luke's, and of course the Dollar Dogs. Go to Phillies.com/student-steal for more information. Aaron's just getting to the mound now. All right, so I know his pitch count is up there higher than he would like, but he's got a 2-2 game, so he's got to feel pretty good about where this game sits despite his pitch count.
Yeah, bear down and just attack the hitters accordingly. I think he started to get that fastball back a little bit last inning. He was able to get through. I know it was the bottom of that lineup, but able to get there and do a little bit more work out there. And just get your boys back in the dugout as quickly as you can and go from there.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a cool night. Might take him a little long to get his lather going a little bit. The fact that he was able to help out offensively was good too.
Yeah, that was huge. It was just a really good at bat, and he did exactly what I was hoping he would do. Just don't get beat on the fastball. At least get your bat head out there a little bit. Give yourself a chance. If he throws you that curveball, then you're probably going to be walking back to the dugout. But he did a good job of just putting that ball in play and scoring a run.
I also would think, and again, sometimes because we see Aaron all the time, we have a different view than let's say others would. But I also think that after watching Peralta the first 2 innings and watching Aaron the first 2 innings, if you're the Phillies offense, you're probably thinking, all right, we're not done scoring.
No.
Now, the Brewers may feel the same way, but I think we always feel like Aaron will figure it out.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
And he has done that. He started off a little slow in some of these games, but he's been able to settle back down and and give the Phillies a quality start.
Moustakas leads it off. He is 0 for 1. And a pitch outside. Moustakas popped out his first time up. Out to left or out to right field. That ball is well hit, and it is gone into the second deck. 10th home run of the year for Moustakas.
I heard some Brewers fans yelling "Moose." That's just a changeup that was not in a good location. We talked about Moose's first at bat, hanging changeup, and he popped it up to Cesar. Pretty much the exact pitch, and he made the adjustment. I mean, pretty exact same spot. First time up, the changeup was 87. This one, 86.
So it's 3-2 Milwaukee. Ed Grandal. He swings at the first pitch and fouls it. This is a shot. I mean, this is out over the AT&T sign.
Yeah, that's a big one.
Ball, and it's 1-2. Just trying to find a rhythm with more than one of his pitches tonight. That home run, by the way, the 9th allowed by Aaron this year. That one's out to left center field, not deep. Here comes McCutchen. One out.
Well, really slicing back to Andrew. Odubel pretty much will run that outfield and take command out there, but that ball really slicing back. Odubel says, you know what, go ahead and take it.
And here's Thames, who struck out his first time to the plate.
That elbow pad is bulletproof.
There is a lot to it, isn't there?
That's like the one Barry Bonds used to wear. That thing.
That's a good fastball. 95. StatCast AI, powered by AWS, provides us with a look at our shift. Off the end of the bat, out to the shortstop side. Now, Maikel Franco, we don't talk about an adjustment. I know that ball was hit softly, but think back to the play in Kansas City on the first night of the series and how he sat back on a ball. That one was hit much softer, but he still came after it, which is what Bobby Dickerson was trying to tell him to do.
Exactly right. Got to attack. I know Thames isn't a burner, but see how deep he is at shortstop, and he comes in first step, Trust your instinct and fire a strike on the first base.
It was kind of like a third baseman charging. Shaw takes outside. Ball tapped foul, 2-1. Seventy pitches with 2 outs here in the third. He's fighting it tonight. At ball 4. He walks Shaw for the second time. And it brings Arcia to the plate.
I can't tell you how many times he's repeated the fastballs back to back. I know one time he did it last inning to Arcia, or back in the first inning. That seemed to be double up the hole. That 3-1 breaking ball there to Shaw. And what's wrong with that fastball command right there?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. That's a 2-seamer, not the 4-seamer. Just different grips.
It's like he doesn't trust himself to throw that 2 times in a row. Changeup.
Check swing. And Ramon de Jesus says he did not go. And the count 1-2. Phillies half of the third. It'll be Harper, Hoskins, and Real Muto as we look at this.
Hands went forward. The barrel did not.
One ball, 2 strikes. There the pitch way outside, 2-2. Shaw will be off and running on this pitch with the pitcher up next. Shaw goes, and a curveball hit foul. It's another long inning pitch count wise. Check swing, ball 4. Back-to-back walks. That puts runners on first and second. And Peralta, the pitcher's coming up. I think Gabe's going to have to go to the phone just to get somebody up just in case. Just in case something happens here like what happened to Nola. .24 pitches this inning. This after 38 in the first, 17 in the second. Austin Davis off with the jacket again. He shows bunt, and it's 0-1. Element of surprise, Ben.
That's right. I think this has got to be his last inning.
Yeah, I would think so. One and two. Curveball pulled up the third base line, foul. I think you look at it, all right, get him through 3. You're down by 1. That's the hope. And you let the offense try to go to work against Peralta, who's also may be done after 3 or 4 too. Now, if you put up the bullpens numbers wise against each other, Phillies have a better bullpen.
I wouldn't even doubt if this is his last hitter.
Yeah, because Austin's probably close to ready. 1-2 pitch. And a strike 3 calls. And the inning comes to a close. 1 run on the home run by Moustakas. And a couple of walks. And 2 left. We're up to the bottom of the 3rd. Delaware Valley Honda Dealers. Heard of your local Del Val Honda dealer. Visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Bottom of the 3rd, we're got 5 runs so far and a whole lot of pitches. As Peralta, who made the last out, finishes up his warm-up tosses, will face Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto. Phillies coming off a road trip in which they were 4-2. They had 14 extra base hits on the road trip, averaged 5 runs per game. They hit .265 with runners in scoring position. They're hoping to carry over. I mean, it really was a good trip. Taking 3 of 2 from the Cardinals was huge. And don't forget, the Phillies dropped the first games of that both those series.
Yeah, both those games were odd. They were just like, the best way to describe they were just clunkers. They were just kind of
Bryce struck out his first time up. Swing and a miss at the first pitch, and 0-1. That was an 88-mile-an-hour fastball.
As straight as a string.
I say that only because he's topped off at 96.
He has consistently thrown that curveball in the same spot, just outside the left-handed batter's box. I mean, he's thrown it there consistently tonight. he keeps bouncing it in the same spot.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. 2-1. Tonight it's basically four-seamers and curveballs, and that's what he's done most of his career, or most of the season.
Can't put my finger on it. It's just that swing. You see where the marks are, just above his pine tar on that bat.
So just missing the barrel.
Yeah, just off the barrel. It's almost like that ball's just getting too deep on him.
Yeah, the strike three called. And Bryce down looking. One out here in the third. Yeah, that brings Rhys Hoskins up. Our group is having fun on the field, and we want your group to join us in the stands. Groups of 25 or more receive discounted tickets to most games and have their group's name in lights before and during the game. Fundraising opportunities available for groups of 25 or more for most games. Go to Phillies.com/group tickets or call 215-463-5000. There's a hot shot to left field for Hoskins.
Just roll his ankle.
He did something as he went around that first base bag.
Getting back to the bag there. Around the bag, he's looking up. Yeah, right there. Like his left foot, he just kind of was looking to see where Gamble was. His heel caught the bag and just kind of rolled it a little bit.
Ball and no strikes to Real Muto. 2-0. Brewers starters this year have an earned run average of 4.58, which is 13th in the National League. Their innings pitched also toward the bottom. Just a hair out front. The opposition has an OPS of 792, which is third highest. And they've allowed 36 home runs. But still, there's 2 games out in the division. As Austin Davis looks like he's warming up to come in the 4th inning. Back toward the middle and a base hit for Real Muto. Hoskins will stop at second. And the Phillies have 2 on with 1 out. And Cesar Hernandez will be the hitter.
2-1 count there for JT, and it's almost like you see, you know what, my first at bat, I did strike out on a curveball, but up until that point, it was a 6-pitch at bat. It was all fastball, fastball, fastball. He said, you know what, I'm sitting dead red. He got it, didn't try to pull it, pokes it right back up the middle. Really good piece of hitting here. Pitch away, try and pull that pitch, 6-4-3 all day, but no, he stays through it. Good piece of hitting.
Cesar has singled and scored. Ball and 2 strikes to Hernandez with runners on first and second. And he went after a curveball. Two outs. Yeah, that's 4 strikeouts for Peralta. And he'll bring Odubel up.
Look at pitch cast brought to you by PJ Wellhands. It's the exact spot for that curveball that I said he keeps throwing it. Look exactly out how far in front of home plate this lands. It's right on the chalk line in the front of the box.
Odubel swung at a 3-0 pitch, his first at bat, and flied out to right field. Look how shallow Yelich is in right field. Actually, Kane plays in shallow center field anyway, but Yelich is really shallow. I mean, in this ballpark, that's shallow.
Yeah. Kane very good at going back on the ball, but not a whole lot of room between Yelich and Moustakas there at second base. Grandal just gave the same sign 6 times in a row.
Swing and a miss. He just struck out 3 hitters in the inning. Sandwiched around a couple of hits. We've played 3. We're going to go to the Phillies bullpen when we come back for the 4th. Davis is going to take over out on the mound. Davis activated today. Ramos put on the disabled list with a sore shoulder. They don't think it's anything serious. So Davis will take over for Aaron Nola. This is the shortest outing for Nola since he pitched 3 innings on the 31st of May, 2017 against Miami. As Davis finishes up his warm-up tosses, let's check in with Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, as you know, sometimes there are some very special birthdays being celebrated inside the ballpark, and well, we found one tonight. Helene McCarthy is celebrating number 80 with friends and family here. Mama McCarthy, we know your son Tom, right?
Yep. Yep.
Well, so you know what you get to do when you come to celebrate your 80th birthday? You get to play a minute with Murph. Are you ready for that? All right. So I have 3 questions prepared specifically for you. First one, the best piece of advice you gave your son Tom that he promptly ignored right afterwards.
To watch out for doorways at the college.
Walking in the doorway. You know, he hits his head an awful lot, does he not?
He certainly does. He certainly does.
All right, second question. What makes you, well, all moms worry about their kids, and what makes you more worried? Him captaining a boat or driving on the New Jersey Turnpike?
Captaining a boat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I wouldn't get on a boat with him either. All right, final question. You have 3 sons, and I want to know which of the 3 sons has the best hair.
The youngest, Kev.
Kev.
Yeah.
Kev's got the best hair.
He got the best hair.
Tom struck out on that. Well, we
After his father.
well, in a lot of good ways, but not the hair.
Oh, yeah, not the hair.
We just wanted to come by and say happy birthday. I know you're having a great night with the family, so it's good to see you. Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
You got it. And before I let you go, by the way, don't give this to Tom. You get the Minute with Murph T-shirt. So enjoy that. Happy birthday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Tom, take it away.
Thank you, Murph. That was great.
She looks great, doesn't she?
She does look great.
She looks awesome.
She got a visit from the Fanatic tonight. She was loving that. Got a chance to see the family tonight. Everybody, all the grandkids are here tonight. with the exception of the youngins who are down in Florida. It's nice to have everybody else here. Fanatic came to see him. Ben, you went in to see her.
I
She
did.
was happy to see her.
Yeah.
Mike McConey, our official scorer, who we've known for over 30 years, went down to see her. She was excited about that. 1 ball and 1 strike to Kane. Gamble's at second with a base hit and an E4. Everything was close. The play at first was close, and the play at second was close too. 1 ball and 1 strike. And a base hit down the right field line, off the chalk and over to the corner. Gamble will score. Kane goes to second. He's there sliding. And it's now 4-2 in favor of the Brewers.
Lorenzo Cain has a double, a single, and a double. That's the 4th inning.
Phillies are going to walk Yelich intentionally.
It's a really good piece of hitting here by Cain. Just trying to move him over, and not only does he move him over, he gets him in just inside the fair line. Gabe Kapler said he would walk Christian Yelich. He does it here in the 4th with nobody out. Man on second base.
So runners on first and second, and Kane is going, and both the base runners will swipe the bag. They had Austin Davis timed perfectly.
Smart play. You know, he's got, after walking Yelich, he's so focused on the hitter, he's not going to pay attention to the runners.
Up and away, and it's 1-0. Stolen base for Kane is his 4th, and for Yelich his 8th. And it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Two balls and 1 strike to Moustakas. And a grounder foul. A run is already in here in the 4th inning. And there's still nobody out with 2 runners in scoring position. Close pitch, but off the plate, 3-2. I think it's interesting how Kane, I mean, everybody has scouting reports of everyone, particularly guys in AAA, but how Kane figured it out almost immediately. What the timing was for Austin Davis.
That's what you got to watch when you're on deck. You know, try and figure out if you're a guy that has a moderate leg kick or a high leg kick, when you're going to have to actually start to go back and get that timing. That's exactly what Kane did. He's got a very unorthodox way of hitting anyway. He's a guy that really, when he gets contact, leans back.
There's ball 4, and that'll load the bases up. And Yasmani Grandal will be coming up right-handed. Chris Young heading back out to the mound. All right, so Chris Young's conversation will be broken up by Lance Barrett and Grandal, who so far is 1 for 2. He has tripled and flied out to left field.
He's actually got better numbers right-handed this year than he does hitting left-handed. Usually it's the complete opposite for Grandal. He's 226 versus righties, 333 against lefties.
Inside and low.
That's something when he was with the Dodgers, Dave Roberts had year-end meeting and said, I want you to go off this offseason, really work on your right-handed approach.
Two-0 pitch. And now 3-0. Well, I think you got to get somebody up if you feel like you still have a chance in this game. Swinging 3-0. That's not, I guess, a surprise for Grandal. Grandal does have 3 straight years of 20 home runs or more.
He cut it loose there, didn't he?
He sure did.
My goodness.
Three balls, 1 strike with the bases loaded. Down the right field line, out of play, 3-2.
You know how many more helmets you accumulate over the years being a switch hitter? Think about it.
I would think it is a lot. Franco steps on third, now runs after Cade. They got to tag him. The runners advance for a moment, and Cade is tagged out. Now they have to go back. That is a heck of a play by Maikel Franco.
Where am I going to go with this ball if it's hit to me? Just think ahead. Every pitch, every scenario. And this is just a wonderful play. I'm thinking he might try and go around the horn for the triple play. Step on the third base bag. He makes the right decision, though. Steps on it. Gets Lorenzo Cain in a pickle. That double play could not have come at a better time. Bases loaded, nobody out. You talk about having a chance to stay in the game, T-Mac.
Yeah, right there, Cain's wondering, where's Moustakas? He figures Moustakas would already be close to third. But Moustakas was lingering around the second base bag. He started and then went back.
I wish he would have gotten a little farther off that bag. Could have had a triple play.
2 outs, runners on first and second. And a pitch in there. It's 0-1. Thames is 0 for 2. He is struck out and grounded out. Foul ball, 0-2.
Hopefully Austin can finish off Thames here, but talking about a turn of events.
Oh.
Bases loaded, nobody out. 3-0 count. 3-0 count. Nicasio starts to loosen. And to get that double play, you can see yourself out of it. Just the 1 run.
Two and 2. And a strike 3 called. Wow, what a turn of events this was. The Brewers settle for 1 run. That's it. They lead 2. We head to the bottom of the 4th inning. It's the Brewers 4, the Phillies 2. Buy your local Chevrolet deal and buy the Pennsylvania Lottery. Play the new Maximilian ticket. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Looks like they're enjoying themselves over there, aren't they?
Why wouldn't they? We get Freddie Peralta out of this ball game.
Seriously. Michael Franco leads it off here in the bottom of the 4th. And he pops it foul. And it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Oh, good play in the field. Usually rewarded by a good at bat. Let's see what happens with Mikey.
Out to center field, not deep. Moustakas is backpedaling. And makes the catch. 1 out here in the 4th. And Nick Williams is coming up as a pinch hitter. Williams with a home run and 4 RBIs, hitting 167. They have the overshift on against him, and it's 0-1. Just not really barreling him up right now.
No, that's a good one to hit too. I mean, that one couldn't have been any more in the middle of the plate. Pitch at 92.
Curveball hit back toward the middle, but the shift is there. Arcia picks it up. And 6-3 on the putout for the 2nd out. With trouble-free printing and no wasted labels, Avery delivers a new standard in performance with SureFeed technology, providing you with a reliable print every time. Order Avery SureFeed labels today from WBMason.com for free delivery. Fast shipping at unbeatable prices. Who but WB Mason? Printed some labels today with my Avery labels.
That's what Meg uses for our Christmas cards. Go out.
Did you send them out this year?
Yeah.
Okay. 0-1 to McCutchen.
They're not a post office in Allentown, New Jersey.
There's a very fine post office in Allentown, New Jersey.
I wrote on there Great Garden State. Maybe I should have put NJ.
Oh, yeah, I remember seeing that. McCutchen lines one into center field, a base hit. So he has 2 hits tonight. And again, the tying run comes to the plate here in the bottom of the 4th inning.
We talked about Andrew's last at bat. The ball just got in underneath the hands, just above the hands on Andrew McCutchen. He flied out to left field. That's another pitch in. He clears his hands and hits a bullet to center field.
fastball, and it's 0-1. Segura, who played for the Brewers, so they know him pretty well. I don't think I've ever seen the center fielder play him the way that Kane plays him. I do think it makes some sense that he's aligned out toward right center field as Segura tumbles down over that curve.
Where Kane is right here. I mean, that is extreme.
He does have a lot of hits that way.
He does, but
he also has hits to left center field. To the right side softly. Charging is Moustakas and throws just in time to get Segura. 4-3 on the putout. No runs. 1 hit. And 1 man left for the Phillies. They've left 6 through the first 4. We'll go to the 5th inning. It's 4-2 Brewers. Discuss the reemergence of Jeff. Why Rhys Hoskins has a chance at contending for MVP and whether the Phillies could run away with the division. All that and more on the At the Yard podcast. Listen online or stream it on your device. Juan Nicasio will take over for Austin Davis. And Nicasio at 3.93 ERA. And he will face Travis Shaw, Orlando Arcia, and I would think a pitch hitter for Peralta, but we'll see. 0-1. Phillies are going to need a couple innings from Nicasio here. The bullpen is in very good shape, and that's thanks to Cole Irvin and Zach Eflin the last couple days. Gabe actually said that they were a little concerned just because guys haven't worked over the last couple of days, but they then looked at it as being a positive because of the series coming up against the Brewers and then the Rockies after that.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, who would have thunk that the Phillies would be in their bullpen here in the fourth inning tonight? Aaron Nola just going 3.
Bit high, and it's 1-2.
Because there's obviously the teams that they're about to face. Not only do they have good numbers and hit the ball out of the ballpark, but they're a lot like the Phillies offense in the fact that they grind out at bats. They see a lot of pitches. They make you work as a starting pitcher. Their goal, same as the Phillies, get the starting pitcher out of the game as soon as possible.
It remains 1-2. Swing and a miss. And 1 out here in the 5th inning, and Arcia's coming up. That's a nice way to start it.
Absolutely. Slider right at the top, and Shaw expected to break a little bit more.
Ryan Braun has come out of the on-deck circle to pinch hit for Peralta.
He did.
The bat may not have meant to do it, but the body certainly did.
Slider had a little more tilt to it. Downward movement.
over to third. That'll roll foul. Aaronola started tonight, went first 3 innings, allowed 5 hits and 3 runs. Just did not have command of his fastball tonight. Hit foul off to the right.
Climb the ladder or bounce a breaking ball.
Opposite way, and that'll be a base hit for Arcia. He can run. He's around first, and he puts the brakes on. So a 1-out single, and here comes Braun.
Actually, a really good piece of hitting there from Arcia. Not a terrible pitch, but just gets enough of it to throw a lawn dart over the head of Rhys Hoskins. And shaking out his hand.
Braun hitting just .250, does have 8 homers and 23 runs batted in. And he lines that one into center field for a base hit. Broke his bat. It shattered. First and second with 1 out.
And the beat goes on for Ryan Braun at Citizens Bank Park.
It is amazing. Coming into today, our Nissan upgrade, his numbers 406 with 13 home runs and 41 runs batted in.
That's a joke. Like, that's a joke. That's unbelievable. What was the story Larry was telling in the office today? There was a game a couple years ago. He said he was not expected to play. His thumb was sore. And that day he went on and hit 3 home runs here. That's what Larry said. He said, I hope he doesn't have a sore thumb today.
Fouled away, 0-2. Phillies have Alvarez warming up with the bullpen. Little tapper foul, remains 0-2. Here's Alvarez. And the 0-2 pitch, runners go. Pitch is fouled. You saw that RC was kind of jumpy.
I guess that hammy is okay for Ryan Braun.
I thought they might pinch run for him. And not that they want to use an extra player, but that's why I didn't think he would pinch it here.
Yeah. Those numbers we just saw, I think Craig Counsell will be wanting to do everything he can to get him into a ball game.
Oh, that is true. 0-2 with runners on first and second. And upstairs, 1-2. Gamble singled and came around to score the fourth inning. Went down looking on strikes his first time up. His brother was a big prospect for the Brewers at one time. Two and two. 3-2.
It's a heck of an at bat here by Gamble.
Swing and a miss. Nicasio wins the battle. 2 outs here in the fifth inning.
Home plate umpire Lance Barrett telling Gamble, yes, that was a strike. 94 at the top of the zone. It was quite a battle.
That was the Xfinity fast pitch of the game, brought to you by Xfinity X5. This is beyond Wi-Fi. This is X5.
Gamble just a little tardy. Ball had some late life to it, running away from Gamble. See if we can solve Lorenzo Cain.
Yeah, 3 for 3, couple doubles and a single. He had come in 10 for his last 58, hitting 172.
It's not a hitting technique you would teach a youngster, but he just gets a contact and kind of collapses that back leg and just leans back towards the catcher.
Yeah, whenever he learned it, because he was not, he's kind of self-taught in a lot of ways. Just a pure athlete who the Brewers just took a chance on. Inside. He was really good for the Royals. Made it to the big leagues with Milwaukee in 2010, and then eventually went to the Royals and turned out to be an all-star. One ball and one strike with runners on first and second. Opposite way, base hit. Arcia to third, and Cedars holding him. He almost went through the stop sign. Heck of a throw by Harper. And the bases are loaded. Lorenzo Cain 4 for 4.
It's the 5th inning.
Yeah, that's going to be it for Nicasio. They're going to go and bring out Alvarez. 2018, September of last year, his last 4-hit game.
Garcia coming around third, not even looking at third base coach. Picks him up just the last minute, right decision. That was a great throw by Bryce Harper.
So pitching change. Nicasio's night is done. And it'll be Alvarez who's coming on to face the left-hander Christian Yelich. Jose is the new pitcher for the Phillies. He's coming on because Christian Yelich is coming up. So lefty on lefty. 18 hits in 13 innings of work for Alvarez. Boy, this is a huge spot in this game. Garcia leads off third. Braun off second. And there's Cain at first, who's 4 for 4. He has 4 of the 10 hits. And Yelich chatting with his former teammate. There is a weak spot. It is lefty on lefty.
Yep. Sinker's up underneath the hands of Yelich. I'd love to see him go there.
And a breaking ball hit foul. Yelich won the MVP last year, leading the league in hitting with 326, 36 home runs, and 110 RBIs. He had gone close to 100 RBIs previously with 98 in his season. As Alvarez works ahead 0-2.
There was that good sinker underneath the hands of Yelich.
Would you throw it there again?
Yeah, just maybe creep up a little bit higher. He's definitely not out of the woods yet. Has to be a little bit more of a competitive pitch. That was a ball out of Alvarez's hand.
Yeah, JT was set up pretty far outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That almost hit him. Just spun out of his hand. 2-2. Brewers gave up 5 players for Yelich. It's turned out to be a good deal for them. Fly ball left field. McCutchen out near the track is under it, and the inning is over.
All right.
Alvarez comes in and works out of this bases loaded jam. No runs, 3 hits, 3 men left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Phillies down just 2. Julian Garcia through the week, 7 strikeouts over 6 innings for the Threshers. And Nick Maton hit .550 for the Threshers at 3 RBIs. Congratulations to those guys. Here in Philadelphia, we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And Bryce Harper will lead things off. Jeremy Jeffress is the new pitcher for the Brewers. Jeffers a 1.80 ERA. Somehow Freddie Peralta was able to get through 4 innings and allowed only 2 runs.
1 earned.
Made some big pitches at the right time.
Yeah. Phillies 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. That'll do it.
Yeah, he struck out 5, got some ground balls.
No walks.
Game of Thrones night here at the ballpark and before the game. Some of the folks who are representing Game of Thrones got their photos taken with some of the fans who also did a little representing. Got some wolves, Ben. They're afraid of the camera. Look at the line.
My goodness.
To
Like
sit in
that
the Iron
every
Throne.
year.
Did you go sit in the Iron Throne?
I did not. And Tom, just for the record, I don't think they were real dragon eggs. I think they were just.
You sure?
I'm fairly sure. Not like having a cerveza on the Iron Throne, huh?
Harper takes a strike, 1-1. That is a long line.
I wonder how long you get to sit on it. A couple seconds,
Well,
get your photo.
We can count if you want us to. We can put the clock up. Where's Greg Castriato? I'm sure he sat in it. We can ask him.
Probably sitting in the enclosed press box.
Two and one to Harper. 3-1. I don't think the window's ever open tonight in the press box.
Not at all?
I don't think so. They were open. Well, no, I don't think they opened tonight. Phillies down only 2 here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Harper fouls it. It's 3-2.
This is Bryce's 176th plate appearance already. It's amazing.
He's got a walk rate nearly 18%. His problem is that his strikeout rate, which is the highest it's been in his career, is around 30%. 3 balls and 2 strikes. He fouls it away.
That guy's 3rd ball up there.
Same one?
Just to our left. Yep. It's a good night if you're a fan, huh?
Yeah, some people don't necessarily get 3 baseballs in one night. I mean, some do.
That's the spot to be tonight.
Swing and a miss. Harper has struck out 3 times this evening. Oh, got another Game of Thrones character to just arrive, Ben. The Wolves are going to be scared of him.
Dressed for every occasion, isn't he?
Yes. It cracks me up. His wardrobe closet must be huge. Rhys Hoskins is 1 for 2. That was out of the strike zone, but called a strike, and it's 0-1. Back-to-back strikeouts for Jeffress. Yeah, there are 2 outs here in the 5th inning. This ball just keeps on diving.
At 97. Make a ball move that much at 97.
JT takes down and away. Real Muto has struck out. He's also singled. Phillies are fortunate they got this game in. Yankees were postponed up in the Bronx. They were scheduled to play the Orioles tonight. rained out because of unplayable field conditions.
I know my backyard was unplayable. It was just a river running down it.
But man, is that grass green or what?
That it is. It's amazing. I left Thursday to meet the ball club in Kansas City, just away Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I look out the window this morning, I got up, I'm like, gosh, look at just how everything has grown just in those 4 days. Backyard looks like the Amazon.
3-0 to Real Muto. And ball 4. Phillies have a base runner. Cesar Hernandez is coming up. First time the Phillies have walked tonight. In the air to right field. Going back on it is Yelich. Back toward the wall. It is gone! We're tied up at 4. After all of that, the Phillies and the Brewers are square at 4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Hey, Cesar, do me a favor. Make that 2-out walk hurt. I see you. Sitting dead red. First pitch hacking. You want to talk about a loud noise, T-Mac? This is loud. How about it?
Well, we kept saying that the Brewers were leaving the Phillies in this game, and now they've tied it.
Man alive. Cesar knows it. Jeffress beside himself.
He was just hoping. And now Odubel Herrera, who is 0 for 2. And Odubel takes on the outside corner, 0-1. That home run for Cesar is his 4th of the year.
One more time. Just give a listen.
Outside, 1-1.
Never gets old.
It doesn't. And you think back, I mean, this game is far from over. There's no doubt about that. But think back to the bases loaded situation in the 4th inning. Brewers had already scored a run. They could have blown the game wide open. Fortunately, though, Austin Davis got that hard ground ball to third. Michael Franco stepped on the bag and then got Lorenzo Cain in a rundown. One ball and 2 strikes. And Odubel strikes out. The inning is over. 3 strikeouts for the 2nd time tonight in an inning for a Brewers pitcher. But tonight, they're sandwiched around a 2-run home run in the 5th. Just a moment ago, this game up with a 2-run home run, a towering shot.
About 8 rows deep in the right center field bleachers. Jeffress beside himself. Cesar ties it up. We're locked at 4 here at the top of the 6th. That definitely was your Toyota turning point.
And hopefully it leads to more success for the Phillies. They need Alvarez to get through this inning. Now, Gabe Kapler, as we mentioned during the outset, switched up Cesar Hernandez and Odubel Herrera for tonight's ball game. Cesar's just swinging the bat very well right now. Decisive, aggressive. So, Murph, that's partly what led him to make this switch.
Yeah, you got to like when your manager has just a little bit of a feeling going into a game when he's making up his lineup. He said he just wanted to flip-flop those 2 in the lineup today. He said he just thought, you know, Cesar is swinging a little bit more confident right now, and he thought he was going to get that opportunity in this game with guys on base in front of him to make a difference, and, well, he was able to.
It's great to have a feel like that. Is it a huge difference? Well, I mean, there are RBI spots. You figure that Real Muto will get on, or Rhys Hoskins will get on.
It's a huge difference right there. Cesar goes up top. Odubel struck out. That's what makes this lineup so long. And you get 2 quick outs on punch outs. Jefferson looked, I mean, you got Harper and then Hoskins with ridiculous stuff.
Out to left field. Moustakas, the last time it was tied, went yard. This time does not. As McCutchen is able to grab it.
Then you lose Real Muto on 4 pitches, and you're like, okay. And then Cesar goes up top first pitch. I mean, it just never ends. No outs, 2 outs. They're going to keep coming at you.
It also means that in this game, when the Phillies are playing, you can't think a game's over with. Yasmani Grandal, he is tripled, flied out, reached on a fielder's choice. Swing and a miss and a changeup, 0-1. Albers warming up in the bullpen. Ground ball foul, and it's 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Grandal, who had 24 home runs last year. Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Good changeup. 3 up, 3 down for Alvarez. And now Thames coming up.
Just turns it over. Grandal way out in front, pulling off. He reads fastball, just never gets there.
Spot. Well, he's got some aggressive movement on his pitches tonight.
He does. Throwing every pitch with conviction. I liked about that 2-seamer. He ran underneath the hands of Yelich last inning to get that fly ball to left field. 2-2 count.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Outside, 2-2.
Finish him off right here. He's been away. I think if you run that sinker just in off the inner part, it doesn't even have to be that great. You're going to tie things up. A jam shot to second base. Changeup.
I think he was a little out in front of it. Got a piece of it, though, to stay alive. Three balls and 2 strikes. And ball 4. So Thames works out a walk. 6th walk issued by Phillies pitching. And another lefty in Shaw coming up. Sir Anthony Dominguez starts to warm up in the bullpen. It's a big spot right here. You have Alvarez get through this, and then you can have Sir Anthony start the 7th inning. Because Alvarez's spot comes up second at the bottom of the 6th inning.
Love it.
0-2.
That's the pitch I was talking about to Thames. You know, you get a lefty, you're thinking he's not going to challenge me in. Something Cole Irvin has done so well in his career. Doesn't even have to be that good. You get a lefty, you're thinking, oh, he's going to go outside. So you start diving, then he runs one just a little bit off the inner third, and you jam yourself.
Two pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. An inning and a third scoreless for Alvarez. And a strikeout. We have played 5.5 here at Citizens Bank Park. We go to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 4. Nissan. Shop, choose, Nissan. And buy Jefferson Health. Call 800-JEF now or visit jeffersonhealth.org. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Aguilar is now at first base. He's a big dude, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Matt Albers will take over out on the mound. 2-1 with a 4.24 ERA.
Matt Albers will throw a sinker. He'll throw a sinker. After that, he might throw another sinker. 3-pitch pitcher. No, he will mix him a slider every now and again, but he's predominantly sinker, sinker, sinker. He's made a great career. He's been around forever doing it.
Here's Maikel Franco to lead off the bottom of the 6th inning. Franco, then Knapp is in the on-deck circle. First pitch breaking ball is in there. It's 0-1.
A lot of breaking balls.
And a hot shot off the glove of Arcia. Franco hustling. Thank goodness it dragged him out to shallow left center field, or shallow left field, I should say, because Franco doesn't run all that well, and he may have still had a play on him.
Well, there was that sinker. Unfortunately, you're right. It does carry him out in the outfield because the exit velocity on this is 212 miles an hour. What a rocket. The ball gets out there in a hurry. Arcia just not able to come up with it. Really good swing there by Mikey.
So Knapp will pitch it. Check swing foul ball off the front of the Brewers dugout. Tomorrow the Phillies will send Jared Eichhoff to the mound, and he'll be opposed by Brandon Woodruff. Pretty good pitcher for the Brewers. And Eichhoff's been excellent for the Phillies. Phillies have mixed and matched tonight after Aaron Nola lasted 3 innings. Over to first base, Aguilar goes to second for 1, and then back over to first in time.
It's just, as a hitter, it's very frustrating because you know what you're going to get, but yet you still don't let that pitch travel enough. You get out and you smother it. That's exactly what Albers wants you to do. Again, that's how he's made a career doing it. Fine play here by Aguilar. He's a big man, but he's very smooth around the bag.
McCutchen is 2 for 3. He is singled in the first and the fourth. And it's 1 ball, no strikes. Is warming up in the pen.
He was outstanding yesterday.
He was.
He really was. Three straight sliders. I would think that Claudito's getting ready for Harper. Should his spot come up in this inning.
Three and 2.
Sinker again. He did throw Andrew 3 straight to start, but Andrew spit on each and every one of them. Just swung through a 3-1 sinker. See what he comes back with.
Ground ball. It was a sinker. Back towards short. Arcia sweeps it over to first.
Amazing.
No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left. We've completed 6. We go to the 7th, tied up at 4. Time now for your Delaware Valley Honda dealers game summary as we go to the top of the 7th inning. Phillies and the Brewers tied up at 4. Lorenzo Cain has 4 hits today, an RBI and a run scored. Freddie Peralta lasted 4. Aaron Nola lasted 3. So it's the bullpen for both teams that have taken over and will be the pitchers of record on either side. And Sir Anthony Dominguez will take over here in the 7th. Dominguez will face Arcia, Aguilar, and then Gamble, and delivers outside. One ball and 1 strike. What did part of the giveaway tonight? Sir Anthony Dominguez, Game of Thrones bobble figurine. That's pretty sharp.
It is.
That's if you have your theme night ticket. Arcia leads off with a walk. And he's been on base the last 3 times. And here comes Aguilar.
Last 12 games, there you see it. The batting average sitting at just 198, but he's been hot, to say the least.
Try to get him more at bats against left-handers. He hit 123. Aguilar did through his first 25 games, but over his last dozen games, he's hit 364. Boy, that's a close pitch. That's been a strike a lot tonight. Last year, 35 homers and 108 runs batted in. He made the All-Star team for the first time. One and 2. Every time a Phillies pitcher throws a pitch of 95 miles per hour or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Got a piece of Real Muto. That was 99 on that pitch. Oh, it's like a punch in the gut. That missed his gear.
Yeah, it hit him in the left quad. Here's hip. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. No big deal. Down deep, you're thinking, ow.
Finally got his new gear.
He did get his new gear. It's right on time. It was May 13th.
Swing and a miss.
That's nasty.
One out. Gamble's coming up.
This is you straight read fastball and just takes a left turn on you. Nasty.
Outside, 1-0. Out to center field. And Odubel's there. 2 outs. Back to the top of the order for Lorenzo Cain, who is 4 for 4.
This crowd has awakened as we move on in this contest.
Bless all of those that are still here watching, too. Lorenzo Cain has raised his batting average from 246 to 262. Or I should say 263. In the dirt. Adam Morgan starts to warm up in the bullpen for the Phils. Well, he's getting some good swings again tonight in this at bat.
2-0, dead red.
There goes. Pitch is taken for a strike. The ball shoots out of the hand of Real Muto. 2-2. Garcia with his first stolen base. Smart, though, to try to get there with your hottest hitter at the plate.
Get in scoring position knowing that most likely Cain's going to get something good to hit with Yelich on deck. Out there, you tell all your infielders, knock it down no matter what. I don't care if you have a play on Cain at first, knock it down.
Back toward the middle, over the mound. Segura behind the bag, bobbles it for a moment. I think that's going to be his 5th hit of the night.
He's 6 for 5 tonight. It's unbelievable.
First and third for Yelich. So do you bring in Morgan now to face Yelich? Or do you let Sir Anthony?
Well, they did say, Gabe, if there's one spot they try and like to attack him, is up underneath the hands. Now, if you think Sir Anthony can do that with his velocity, go ahead and have at it. I personally would take my chances with Adam Morgan.
Well, here comes Gabe. He is not signaled yet. And there it is. So they'll bring in the lefty Adam Morgan to face Christian Yelich. So
Lorenzo starts it off with a double there in the first inning. Halfway up the left center field wall. He's excited, but there's more yet to come. Then a single in the second inning, then a double down the right field line. That played at Gamble. That was his third knock. Lousy single to right field, hit number 4. And then you just saw hit number 5, a career high for Lorenzo Cain. 5 hits, and we're in the 7th inning. Hard to believe. That's your Coors Light refreshing finish.
All right, so Adam Morgan is on to face Moustakas as they walk Yelich intentionally. Second time tonight he's been walked intentionally. So that was the play. It was not to face Yelich, but to face Moustakas. Lefty on lefty. Moustakas has homered tonight. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball. Excellent start to the year for Morgan. A 1.38 ERA. Swing and a miss.
Yes, throw it again.
Might as well, right?
Just don't try and make it perfect. The first 2 were good enough.
And now the 0-2 pitch coming. In the dirt. 1-2. You might even be able to throw it a 4th time if it's maybe a little bit better. And a liner out to right field. Harper's on the run, makes the diving grab. He saved the inning. Bryce Harper got a great jump and was able to pull it right off the top of the grass. And the inning is over.
Moustakas can't believe it. Adam Morgan fired up, saying, thanks for helping me out, teammate. Bryce Harper with 3 strikeouts tonight, but he does not let his teammates down here. We're heading to the bottom of the 6th, tied at 4-4.
Fantastic play by Bryce Harper. Fields.
It's a line drive to sinking away from Bryce Harper, ranging to his left, and he makes a diving catch, a spectacular catch, quite possibly a game saver. Adam Morgan is fired up. He says, God bless. That's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by your local Hyundai dealers.
So Harper will get a chance to bat in this inning. It'll be Segura, Harper, and then Rhys Hoskins. It'll start off against with the righty Matt Albers. We probably will see the lefty at some point, although I guess it depends. Brewers have thrown 109 pitches tonight. The Phillies 179. That number's even lower than I thought it would be after the way the first 3 innings went. Segura takes the first pitch for a strike, and it's 0-1. Way outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Guerra and Claudio are the pitchers. Guerra, the right-hander. Claudio, the lefty. Junior Guerra has been a starting pitcher at times for the Brewers. 1-2 to Segura. foul. It remains 1-2.
For having that short, compact, knob-through swing that Gene Segura has comes in handy against a right-handed sinker baller. Able to stay inside it. Albers wants you to get out and around the ball and smother it to the left side. Segura can lead really with that knob first and keep pitches fair.
How about him getting a piece of that one? That was not an easy pitch to get a piece of.
No. Definitely a ball.
I mean, he took that right off the ground.
Grandal was going down to block it.
But he had committed.
Go back out there.
And it gets away. Segura is going to wind up at first base. Strikeout, wild pitch.
I just, for the life of me, I just don't know how you don't anticipate that ball to be more in the dirt.
He tried to backhand it.
Phils will take it.
So they'll bring in the lefty to face Bryce Harper. With nobody out and a runner at first base. A pitching change for the Brewers. Albers not pleased. 150 feet away, but I don't know if he's upset. I would think he's upset at Grandal, but if he is, he's really showing his teammate up, isn't he?
I don't think that's it. I think he wanted Harper.
Oh, you think he's mad he got taken out of the game?
I think he's mad he got taken out of the game.
All right, so he's mad at his manager.
I don't think, I mean, he's been around long enough. He wouldn't show his teammate up like that. I think he's just mad at Craig Counsell.
Well, if you have the arms, it's probably the right play. Bryce has struck out 3 times tonight. At a first pitch in there, it's 0-1. In the field last half inning, Bryce made an exceptional play in right field. StatCast AI powered by AWS. Went 48 feet. Catch probability was 50%.
How could it be that high? It's a tough play.
Change up, and it's 1-1. Nice move.
Spin move.
Out towards center field. Playable for Keene. It'll make the catch. So 1 out. Hoskins is due up, and let's see what Craig Counsell does here. Now he could roll the dice and have Reese face the lefty because Reese's numbers are lesser against lefties than righties. But then again, he could go get the right-hander. Going to make a double switch. So they'll bring in the right-hander, Junior Guerra, to face Rhys Hoskins. So another pitching change for the Brewers. It's 4-4 here at the bottom of the 7th. Phillies family packs. You and your family get 4 tickets plus $48 of credit for food and more. It's a great value for the families. Available for select dates throughout the season. Visit Phillies.com/family pack to get your pack. Hernan Perez comes into play left field in this double switch. And Junior Guerra, he's been good for them. 22 2/3. Craig Counsell has used 3 pitchers now in this inning. Three pitchers for 3 hitters.
Needs to be good from the 7th inning or later.
Two hits against Guerra with a double and a home run. One ball and no strikes to Hoskins. Runner goes, pitch inside, throw to second base, not in time. Good spot to steal. 8th steal of the season for the Phillies. And the second one for Segura.
Gets a great jump, and he picks a really good pitch to run on a splitter here from Guerra. Ball running in on Hoskins. Great jump. Not a ton that Grandal can do. He swipes his bag easily.
So runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 2 balls, 2 strikes. To the right side out of play. It remains 2-2. Phillies 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. They had some rough spots on the road trip with runners in scoring position, but 1-4 of 6. They had 265 on the road. Two and two. Late call. And Reese is down looking on strikes on a close pitch.
He wasn't really arguing. Take a look at our pitch cast brought to you by PJ Whalehands. On the line, I guess. He doesn't like it, but decided to argue it. I'll go take a peek at a monitor inside.
Long night for the home plate umpire. A lot of pitches, but well, we move on. Real Muto, the hitter. He's 1 for 2. He walked and scored his last time up. Takes a breaking ball. And it's 1 ball and no strikes. Out toward left center field. On the run is Perez. He won't get it. It's a 1-hop off the wall, and the Phillies take the lead. It's 5-4 here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
How costly is that wild pitch from Albers? Grandel not able to smother it to lead off the inning. Gene Segura strikes out, but is awarded first base, and a big 2-out knock there by the Phillies backstop. 2-0 count. Base open. I think JT's sitting back on this. He gets that breaking ball and smokes it to the left center field gap. That's a hitter thinking like a catcher right there.
25 RBIs now for Real Muto, and now another one out there for Cesar. Phillies up 5-4. Outside 1-0. In the 5th inning, one of the biggest swings of the night came off the bat of Cesar Hernandez.
This is going to be your home run replay brought to you by Giant. Jeremy Dressler struck out Harper and Hoskins, and a walk through Muto, and then Cesar, the big fly. That's your home run replay brought to you by Giant.
Two and 0. 2-1. Fooled him on that pitch.
Gene probably would have scored on that ball from first base had he not stolen second, but it always helps to get in that scoring position, make it that much easier.
Absolutely. Two and 2.
Boy, that felt good. Oh, how was he trying to catch that? Like he got his mitt mixed up, whether he's going to backhand it or catch it straight on. He just got caught in the middle. That's what caused him to get hit like that.
Outside ball 4. The inning continues for the Phils. Chris Hook coming out, pitching coach for the Brewers. Odubel Herrera is due up. Boy, the Phillies can get another run home here. They've got everybody available in the back end. Neshek, Neris. I guess that's pretty much it at this point. Phillies Baseball Academy is the premier baseball camp experience for boys and girls aged 6 to 14. Camp perks include official Phillies Baseball Academy uniform, plus a camp reunion night here at the Phil's game. For more information, call 610-520-3400 or visit philliescamps.com. One ball and no strikes to Herrera. Out toward left center field. Perez going out. It's going to slice over his head. He misplayed it. One run is in. Here comes Cesar. The throw to the plate is not in time. It was too high toward the first base line. It's a two-run double for Odubel Herrera. And the Phillies lead it 7-4.
You asked for another run, partner. How about two more runs? Good guys up by 3. What a good piece of hitting here by Odubel. Hitters count, don't try and pull it. This ball is blistered. You're absolutely right. Perez just overruns it. The ball actually behind him. But the Phils will take it. There's some 2-out lightning in a bottle here. Very circuitous route there by Perez.
Here's Franco with a runner at second base. 7-4 Phillies here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Two and oh. Popped up. Not sure what's going to happen. Mustakas makes the call on the catch. And the inning is over. But the Phils scored 3 runs in the inning. They got a couple of doubles. We will head to the 8th. It's the Phillies 7, Brewers 4. You buy your local Ford store. Check out every new Ford car, truck, and SUV crossover at buyfordnow.com today. And by WB Mason. Who but WB Mason for fast, free delivery? Nobody does it better. Phillies lead at 7-4 as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Hardy Souls still here at Citizens Bank Park. StatCast AI powered by AWS shows Cesar Hernandez going from first to home on the double by Odubel Herrera. 10.29 seconds. Better than the league average, Ben.
He can pick them up and put them down. Having the 2 outs, he knows he can go on contact, and he was moving around those bases after working a very good at bat to get a walk.
So now the Phillies have the lead as we go to the top of the 8th inning. Yasmani Grandal will lead it off for the Brewers against Adam Morgan. He takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. 2. This game is nearly 4 hours old. And it didn't start out the way the Phillies had hoped. Brewers were able to score 2 in the first inning. That one's out to short right. And Harper's there to make the catch. 1 out. Let's check in with Murph.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. Well, it's T-Mobile connecting with the game, and the Angels' Shohei Ohtani returned last week as a designated hitter for Los Angeles, and in that time, just 4 for 21, no extra base hits until tonight, where he went deep, a 2-run shot for Ohtani. His first of the season, his 23rd in his career. Angels won that game 5-4. And what about the Houston Astros? They're hitting home runs at a much faster clip. How about yesterday? They hit 4 home runs in their game, and tonight, they did the exact same thing. Had another game with 4 home runs, so 8 home runs in 2 games. They've won 6 straight and 9 of their last 10. Look out, Houston is red hot, guys.
Yeah, I mean, they are right now the best team in baseball. There's no question about that. Down the right field line, Harper again got a good jump and got to the spot. 2 outs.
There's been some timely hitting in this ball game, obviously, for the Phillies. But there's been some timely defense and some timely pitching when they've needed it.
Well, I think what stands out to me tonight so far, and the Phillies have 4 outs to get. Austin Davis gave up a run and got that ground ball to Franco. That was huge. Alvarez, to me, was enormous tonight with what he did in his inning in the 3rd. Wouldn't you agree with that?
Absolutely. Very, very good. Coming in and, I mean, critical situation against the best hitter in baseball. I guess it's 1-2, 1A, 1B with Bellinger, Yelich. But I would absolutely agree with that.
No balls, 1 strike to Shaw. 4-2. I mean, you could always talk about the offense. That it's right in front of you, the offense. The numbers are right there, everything. But if you win a game like tonight, you got to talk about Harper's defense. You got to talk about what Franco did. You got to talk about Segura's base running. There's so many other aspects.
Austin Davis, I mean, that situation, you talk about, I don't think your back could be any more against the wall than what Austin Davis had to deal with.
Yeah, he's reeling at that point.
Bases loaded, 3-0 count. Grandel comes unglued, swings through it, ends up hitting a ball to Mikey at 3rd base for a double play. I mean, that's, your back literally cannot be up against the wall anymore, but yet they somehow find their way out of it. Austin Davis gave up just the 1 run, and they kept us in the ball game.
4 ball and 2 strikes to Shaw. He's off to a 2.
And if the Phillies, hopefully the Phillies can go on to win this ball game, but I think this will by far be the biggest team win of the year.
Yeah, when your ace only goes 3.
I mean, they really did this as a collective unit. Or hopefully can finish it off as a collective unit.
Out to center field, right at Odubel Herrera. And a 1-2-3 inning for Adam Morgan. Inning of the 3rd, scoreless for Morgan. An 11-pitch inning. It's our first 1-2-3 inning for the Phils tonight, middle of the 8th. Morgan's spot will be up first when we get home. To Citizens Bank Park, the Phils and the Rockies, Friday 7:05. Saturday is at 4:05. The MLB Baseball Tomorrow Equipment Collection Drive. This Sunday at 1:05 is MLB Play Ball Day, proudly supported by Chevrolet. Get that arm sleeve right there. It's free to children 14 and under. Go to Phillies.com to get your tickets. Jacob Barnes is the new pitcher for the Brewers. Phil Gosselin will be the pinch hitter for the Phillies. It'll be Gosselin, then Rodriguez, or excuse me, then McCutchen, and then Segura. Ball's hit on 1 hop. 1 away. He does hit some baseballs hard.
He sure does.
Now back to the top of the order for McCutchen.
expect nothing less from Malcolm Prep Fryer.
I think we're guessing Nishak for the 9th inning. He had been warming, and now he's getting back up again. You know, we don't see the Brewers. We see them twice a year. We'll see them this week in Philadelphia, next weekend in Milwaukee, and then we won't see them again until maybe the postseason. But every time a new team comes in, they ask, so who's going to close? And the first thought is Hector, because he has closed more than most others. But then I try to explain, and I know you do too, it depends on the matchup. Well, Hector looks like he has tonight off, at least for the time being. He's a spectator, entertaining Edgar Garcia. Down the right field line for McCutchen. And Yelich in foul territory makes the grab.
I think they much prefer Hector to face lefties.
Yes.
Nishak to face righties. But both can get either or out. Hector taking in some tunes, jamming.
Segura reached on a strikeout and a wild pitch his last time up, and that led to the 3-run inning for the Phillies. On the outside corner.
I know you can't pick favorites. We're not allowed to pick favorites. Like you can't say who's your favorite child.
Right.
But Hector is one of my favorites on the ball club. I'm not going to lie to you. He's the best. Always put a smile on your face.
That ball bounced, it looks like, according to the blue dot, right in the grass.
Get you a 10-yard penalty and lost it down, won't it?
Two and two to Segura. Inside 3-2. Swing and a miss. Segura this time is not going to advance to first. He strikes out. The inning is over. 1-2-3 go the Phils. And we are going to the 9th inning. Amazing. Phillies up 7-4. 7-4. Hard to believe that the Phillies, who trailed 2-0 after 1, and then 4-2. The Brewers have helped. They've left 14 on base. Pat Neshek is on to try to finish it off, close it out here in the top of the 9th inning. First pitch is in there to Arcia. Arcia, Aguilar. And a pinch hitter. I guess it'll be Pena. Over to left side. Michael gets the big hop and from the mound throws to first. One out here in the 9th inning.
Good start. Talk about the game that Mikel's had. He's had a couple hits as well. But he's really helped hold this game in check defensively.
Aguilar struck out his last time up. His only time up. Down the right field line. That'll slice out of play. And it's 0-1.
Bryce Harper's still busting it out there in right field.
Yeah, he has not had a good night offensively, and it's been a tough month for Bryce. But defensively, you cannot put down anything that he has done.
He went after that ball as hard as I've seen him go after any ball the entire season.
There's a base hit for Aguilar. Here's Matty Pena, 0 for 4 as a pinch hitter. He is the backup catcher and the last man from the bench for the Milwaukee Brewers. Out to shallow right field. Harper is there. 2 outs.
The elusive Lorenzo Cain.
5 for 5.
This is the guy you want. First and foremost, you want to get him out. We haven't gotten him out all night. But with the man on deck, this is the guy you want. No way, shape, or form you want him coming up representing the tying run.
On the outside corner, 0-1.
You got to give it to these fans for hanging in there through this one.
Absolutely.
Late start, inclement conditions. They're showing their support.
Delayed nearly an hour. No balls and 2 strikes. The pitch. Bouncing ball out to shortstop. Segura has got it. Flips to second. The ball game is over. What a win for the Phillies. They win it 7-4 as they come from behind. And this was a gritty victory for the Phillies. 9 pitches, 9 strikes for Pat Neshek to get through the 9th inning and pick up the save for the Phils.
Gritty performance, just grinding it out. This was the best team win of the season. They did it with defense, they did it with pitching, timely hitting. Neshek closing it out. Guys busting it the entire night. That's just a really, really good team win for the Phillies.
Our WB Mason deliveries of the game. We go to the 7th inning. This was the big spot.
It was a huge spot. 2 outs. Gene Segura had stolen second base, and he comes up big. Gets a 2-0 hanging breaking ball, and he shoots it to left center. He's fired up, and then Odubel with a bullet to left field. Come on, Perez. Like I said, very circuitous route, but that plates JT and Cesar, who had walked. Everybody's fired up. Put the good guys up 7-4. And boy, I tell you, what's another great team win. And Phillies backstop is down on the field with our Greg Murphy. Murph?
All right, thank you very much. Yeah, here with JT Realmuto. And, well, first off, the big blow in this one came in the 7th inning off your bat. 2-0 count. You worked yourself into a 2-0 count. What are you thinking about at that moment? What are you looking for?
I was just trying to get something up in the zone, trying to stay with my right center approach there. Was lucky enough to get a ball up that I was able to handle and put it in the gap and give us a lead.
5 of the 7 runs tonight came with 2 outs. It uplifts the team over here and it deflates the team over there. How important are two out runs?
Extremely important. I mean, runs are important all the time, but with 2 outs, like you mentioned, and especially it's tough on the opposing team when you're putting a lot of runs with 2 outs. Guys feel like they're close to being out of the inning, and then all of a sudden we're scoring. And on the opposite end, we held a lot of runs away with 2 outs today. I mean, I feel like they had almost bases loaded every inning with 2 outs, and we got out of it. So that was really different in the ball game tonight. Yeah,
it was, little things win baseball games. We know that, but you think about what Austin Davis was able to do when he was battling Segura getting on base after the strikeout, and then and Bryce Harper's catch. Little things that help you win baseball games. Ben just called it the best team win of the year. Would you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, from top to bottom, like you mentioned, the defensive play out in right field by Bryce, that was huge. I mean, that saved the game for us right there. Davis getting out of the inning, Alvarez coming in and getting out of a big jam for us. I mean, it was just a huge win for us tonight, and hopefully we can keep it up and do it tomorrow.
All right, go enjoy it with your teammates. Thanks, JT. Appreciate it. Guys, back upstairs.
All right, Murph, thank you very much. We appreciate that. It was a heck of a team win for the Phils. Our Chevrolet players of the game, well, the Phillies bullpen. Hats off. Aaron Nola went 3 innings today, and then the Phillies bullpen had to take over from there. Davis first, Nicasio. Each of them had big outs throughout the course of this evening. Alvarez was fantastic for the Phillies tonight. In more than an inning of work, he got that fly out to left field, and then he was able to get the swing and the miss. He got Shaw with a swing and the miss that ended his inning. And then you went to the mainstays, Sir Anthony Dominguez, and then Adam Morgan. Adam Morgan was big tonight in inning plus.
He was huge tonight. None bigger play than this one here. Bryce Harper saving Adam Morgan, and Neshek to finish it off. A little slow roller for the 6-4 fielder's choice put out. Just a great team win. This is a feel-good win, T-Mac. They are your Chevrolet players of the game.
So the Phillies win it as we get closer and closer to midnight. 7-4 the final. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.